plane right over the top of Stalba.
This is going to be a great plane path to deal with, and we did see a couple of teams struggling to get into the play zone yesterday, and it looks like they're going to have ample opportunity, unless you're going to Zarky, to get pretty much anywhere you want.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny because we were talking about this before we even started, where we saw a different kind of plane, and they've the plane has now shown us the true path. But it's still great for Na'Vi and Primorsk. Where does the circle move? This is just open for everybody, apart from the Novo droppers. That's it.
Yeah, and you know, a team that we didn't talk about in our just giant diatribe about every team in the game.
Which one did we miss?
Yeah, hold on a second here. Made in Thailand. So that's a team that Myth has been, playing quite well positionally, but they're a team that is in their comfort zone and they have a lot of fans here. So I think that they have the opportunity to now try and get into that groove. Now it's day number 2. We see this every tournament. People get settled, and day number 2 and 3 and 4 are the better indicators of skill.
It's actually interesting to watch the military base being so heavily contested too with the drops, but everyone's coming down looking for these early vehicles. So there's Black. They are, of course, our leaders at the moment with Genji Black and Dramatic. Drive forward with Sexy Pig, find some nice loot, and they don't find anyone to run over yet. We didn't have a road kill early on. Not just yet, but there will be some decent fighting in the south, but we are headed north with that circle. They have definitely changed up. Maybe Balak. That's a micro Uzi. That would have been very optimistic.
So looking at the way the circle has shaken out, a lot of people heading north already. You can see Avangar moving that way. Looks like Xanadu's there as well. And Refund Gaming, a team that has not had a good tournament so far.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Refund jerseys walking around the concourse, and I think they have to be a little bit disappointed so far.
That's an understatement. They've got 19th, 18th, 20th, and 16th position. It was only that last round. They got 4 kills in 16th position in 4th round yesterday. It's the only thing that kept them in the last position, because they're still there.
They might be in last position, but they are out-fragging Team Gates only with 2 kills, and you can hear the cheers in the background there for Refund. And Genji Black getting a little bit of pressure here from the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs, this is where they dropped yesterday, and they've taken it again just in real Gatka, I think you like to call it. But it's the fact that Welcome to South Georgia is taking such a long time to get there. Black, as well as Welcome to South Georgia, have always battled over the southern point, as they are all going to start crossing paths. The Black went into this 2-2 split. They're already at the docks at Georgia Paul.
And it looks like WTSG skirting the fact that they haven't started their loot phase yet. Genji Black has actually arrived first, and they will be receiving WTSG. But both of these teams, having a longer flight path, are not going to start their loot phase until they get into South Georgia, and that's going to make them a little bit late.
Yeah, it really will. And I'm wondering if WTSG actually gets a little bit pinned. They have played from that type of position before. Style points. Travis Pastrana is his coach.
4 a.m. all the way down in the military base, finally getting themselves a decent plane path to start with. But unfortunately, the Honey Badgers have infested the area, and they're going to have to back off.
Yeah, maybe they can at least camp the bridge, because the teams from the south will have to move pretty quickly. And this will actually open up, even on the eastern side, where does this gatekeeping even begin? With that southeastern part of the circle, it's around the bunker. It's around that nice little hillside where potentially you can just hold them at bay.
So for WTSG, this has been kind of problematic for them. They have not had the whole of South Georgia, their namesake, to themselves. Genji Black has not backed off, and that is something that we see from the Korean teams all the time. They do not give up real estate. They will not allow WTSG free looting in this area.
Yeah, and then you got Xanadu to the north as we're watching him going around there. And like, where do you even move from this point? If you're going to get surrounded by Black, it's not free loot, and then you've always got that, like the issue. It's almost like Game of Thrones right now. Think of the north. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. And they'll have to probably bail out that way. Either that, or they bounce through the east, and then they have to run through the Black Gauntlet.
Really love how Genji Black has been containing WTSG to the residentials, or you can see this kind of the top 6 area here. They have these really juicy loot spots, but that means they can't fan out away from that area. Yunroot and Esther are constantly determining where they're moving after or during their loot phase, and their teammates are making sure they can't leak into the crates. So that really keeps WTSG contained in that one area, and I think that's been making it difficult for them to rotate out.
We've got the OMG car. They actually passed Na'Vi. Saw them all running out as Dre looking for that early nice little clip shot. 80 alive to this point, so no early deaths is exactly how every single team wants to start day 2.
The Knights, have been playing incredibly aggressively, and that's something that we've always talked about with the Knights. But we chatted about this previously and how they're using their utility, their smoke usage, just as not allowing them to get through the end game without taking a ton of damage, losing their helmets, losing their vests, and ultimately using all their meds, which means that when they get into that 1v1 or 1v3 situation, they can't deal with the constant pressure that we've been seeing coming from the Korean teams.
Na'Vi is still making that run up. McCoy's going to see him, and this can tell the rest of Ghost where the movement is coming, as 4AM also making their own run. They've managed to slip already inside the circle around the back of the apartments. Ubar, actually McCoy, I said he was waiting for it. He's already knocked one down from Na'Vi and finished him. So the first kill is actually against Na'Vi, and the rest of Na'Vi was starting to pull up to try and help him, but that won't happen. Ghost opened their account for the start of the day.
The way Na'Vi has been pathing, they came right through the south of Pachinki, and that is such an open area, looking to try and get around this open field. Ghost has been in this area all day long yesterday, and they can just jump out and deal with any teams rotating too closely, and that just cost Na'Vi a player very early.
It's amazing how many players are like right in the middle of that map right now. CGW, Savage, Liquid, OHM. You got Refund coming out of Saverni as well. They're going to come into the already established Liquid players too. And then off to the side, you've got, well, you're going to add Myth to the mix in the south.
Hanging out with the vehicle, just trying to get a med on. I think, again, getting pressure from this center area is just so normal. I mean, there's so many choke points. When you have to cross that river, something you do not want to do multiple times, and you can see teams are betting on the fact that the circle is going to go north. They're skirting all the way around Yasnaya. Liquid has vacated that area, tried to get center early, but that means teams are having to cross the water in these choke points. Teams that have set up there have been doing a ton of damage, and Team Gates, the rare Team Gates frag.
Yeah, Mossy was able to knock him out, and then he died from the fall. The car will explode just for good measure. And this is Team Gates finding the other high ground. It's the southern high ground in the middle of that circle. Team Liquid already took the northern side as WTSG. That's that run past Black, but Gaxi does get knocked. Does not get knocked. Sexy Pig can't bring him down.
Very close. He had to bail into the water, which that's going to cost them a vehicle. Now Gaxi's going to have to be without his teammates as well. It doesn't matter that he hasn't gone down here, but he's going to have to stop his rotation. The rest of his teammates are going to have to stop and support him as well, just to try and pick him up. And that means they've all stopped moving. And now Genji Black is going to try and capitalize on this. Vard is a sitting duck. Gaxi having to make it here, and it looks like he's going to be able to get away, but just barely.
Yeah, at least he can bandage in the passenger seat now. Yeah, there's more people to take. It's like getting Miraku's car. We're not going to double up too much, as now Gates, they really are the gatekeepers, as Echo goes again after Na'Vi. Try and take a different road, a different bridge. And the rest of Team Gates rotating over. They cannot get the connection, however. Na'Vi are through. But I don't think they really want to be. That's a real clustered northern side of the map.
Yes, and with the fact that Team Gates is trying to play gatekeeper here, they are deciding to try and play on foot and just try and pick up some kills. Ooh, Ares taking some shots.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful how much you keep your head out. You've already got Liquid, who are very established. They have some good eyes over towards the rocks. In fact, as Ibiza, it was the man who was finding that angle outside of the buildings, but they've still got a lot of places to hide back in. Even if they do get knocked, Liquid shouldn't go down. And what a surprise, Liquid being in a good position for a circle.
Ooh, CGX has a Brisk camp set up.
Yes, OMG actually getting totally gunned as they go through, but no one downed.
So luckily for OMG, able to get through that. Lion K has spun out. CGX trying to capitalize, but unfortunately Na'Vi, Drainey's getting knocked with the vehicle.
This is not the start they wanted. They've already lost one, and now Drainus is knocked down by his own teammate. Probably just clipping on the side of the car, and yeah, they're already having a defensive smoke to keep him alive.
And they are not alone. 4AM very nearby. Would have heard the vehicles pull up at the very least. So for Drainies, it might not be that big of a deal as far as a helmet or a vest is concerned, but being knocked at least once reduces that speed, or reduces the time you can be in the down state before dying. And he has to use the first aid kit as well. So that is just a little bit of a loss for a team that needs momentum.
Yep. Advantage is you hold your armor. That's the only upside. I love how OHM, we talked about them splitting up and then sometimes sticking together. They are in the shooting gallery. It's hilariously not one of the better positions when you get these circles, because the circle always seems to just move towards it. But as far as being caught in the valley with very little cover, it is not nice.
I like the setup for Liquid here. Scoom trying to disable the vehicles of the team across from them. that prevents them able to rotate any further. But really the way this circle should shake out, they're probably not going to have a lot of opportunity to rotate in vehicles either, but the Knights are also under fire.
They're going right through the middle of the other 2-2 split. A CGW on that northern road, and it's Voxic who's being nailed up as Texas also making the run. He's normally that first one to die for Knights, and maybe as he comes between both Liquid as well as CGW, he'll actually make his way through. He'll get out of the car into a defilade and then try and hide.
Texas, of course, jumping out and starting the fight on his own. Voxic coming to support. And for Kramer and Dre, they're going to try and rejoin their teammates. They know that they have these two compounds held. They might want to try and liberate one of them, but no, they're going to back away. Liquid staying very active, however. They want these vehicle kills, or at least to disable the vehicle on OHM.
It seems interesting. They're going up to OHM. They're looking for the shots, and they're still trying to take the fight towards the north. Liquid being a little bit sparsely split with their focus fire. And the Knights have managed to take a small compound. There's nice defilade around it.
Good spot.
But it's it is still approachable from Liquid's position, but only if Liquid are ever going to be forced out.
Not a ton of hard cover here, but they have great natural. Play this one slow. They love team fighting, but they just take a little bit too much damage. So for Liquid, they have not been doing a lot of damage and have not been receiving a lot of damage, and for them, they are going to play passively here. No need to take a fight right now. Everyone
has made it into the circle. No one is running the blue. Even Black were able to get themselves through, apart from, they're just that one little rogue out on the side. It's Lion K up on that western front. And we're going to shift northwest with the circle, and this will force Liquid to change in how fast do they move. I'm getting the feeling that Lion had to stay in the blue to try and collect more meds for his team, the rest of his squad a little further in, but we have shifted all the way towards OMG, and look at this. That map pressure is going to be huge on the right-hand side. That means all these vehicles are going to be moving at once. Those who have good spots are going to be able to put a ton of damage onto moving teams. Is OMG's position, actually the position they were able to capture at the front, every single banner will start to overlap as Dre. He actually tries to turn in towards Liquid as well as Refund. Don't think he was looking for a shot. But it is definitely that mad dash you're talking about. The fire's coming in from 4 a.m., trying to shoot down the hill onto these moving players, and Silence already managed to get one. In fact, Yoppy will take a fall, so CGW will lose a player. Knights have managed to find a little bit of protection in the bunker. They're even taking the car all the way down into protection. It's one way out, but Larson, well, there's something that he really needed for confidence, a kill onto AVG. The Knights having to ditch and go into the tunnels. That was a huge shift in the circle. That means all those vehicles had to move immediately, and you can see teams that have decided they want to go all the way south and avoid this. But really for them, WTSG getting aggressive there. I think they had a better position there and really put pressure on 4AM. Yep. But OMG, I think, picked up a couple of kills as well. 4AM and WTSG right above each other. It's such a death zone to be in. OMG, another knockdown. Xiao Rong, he'll fall down. As Gemz looking for his own opening. OMG, they're the ones who are already established. They're the ones in that nice held position inside the circle. Even if they get knocked, they shouldn't go down. Scoom having to disable the transport of Knights. Lock him in the bunker. They are being shot at from 3 different angles. But it looks like Liquid still want to try and reposition a little bit harder. Scoom has more tire kills than anything else right now. Liquid still with 0 frags. Give me that API stat, please. Yeah. How many tires has Scoom popped so far this game? But OHM has grabbed a nice spot as well in the other bunker. They've got their vehicles parked, but it looks like Genji Black is still trying to chase down Na'Vi, or at least trying to get some information as to where they're hanging out. So many times we've seen them come in slow on the southwestern side of the circle, and Black is doing exactly the same thing. This time, though, Na'Vi are the ones who are in the pre-prepared position, even if they are a player down. McCoy licking his wounds, or bandaging his wounds. That's a better way to heal. So it looks like for Ghost, they're having a situation where they're between Na'Vi and Team Gates. They can't move from here just yet, so they're going to have to hold on to this. And really, that's the best choice, but they're on the southern portion of the play zone. And with that circle shrinking, there's a very good chance that they're going to have to move again. Yep. They're not looking for that. Na'Vi are in real trouble at the moment. Looks like Black has just started opening up, and all they've got is a tree and a car. Na'Vi has 2 down, looking for the third, the final knock, and will they be the first team out? It's just Ilame who's running back up the hill. He cannot protect his teammate. I don't think he's got like 1 HP or something. Yeah, he's holding on barely. Nothing to work with. He'll hit the deck into the trench to try and survive. But Na'Vi have gone from bad to worse to disastrous.
So good for Genji Black to get this fight early. That's going to clear a path for them. And the way they're positioning themselves, they put even pressure on teams.
Oh,
and look at this. Yeah, he's toast. There's nothing he can do but just try and run away.
It's
try
dramatic.
and dodge.
Your boy, you talked about the car tries to block a bullet to help him out, but Sexy Pig will do it. Na'Vi is eliminated, and Black,
wow,
they have done a huge amount of work for this, and that's exactly what they wanted. 3 kills. And the first team out on day 2.
Shattering for Na'Vi, a team heavily favored in this tournament coming in for their skill in the previous showings that they've had. Going out first today is horrible for them.
That was meant to be their pre-prepared position. It was meant to be them holding it, and they just had a tree and a dust. It was not enough to deal with Black, who came in force.
Terrific from Genji Black. And woo, we are going to go north on this circle.
Well done, Knights. Well done, Knights. That bunker is looking good.
Yeah, they're not going to move here. Not a lot of flexibility out of that bunker, however. But now Genji Black.
WTSG is right in position to try and just lay fire down on these retreating vehicles that are actually managing to connect a couple of the bullets. But where's that knock? It's onto Gukun. Gaxi was able to connect it, but can they finish the job from there?
Another dash through the circle.
Now Gaxi for a holographic. This is doing pretty damn well.
God V just trying to get away, but he's headed right towards where the Knights are.
Oh, this is
they could be laying a trap here. I would imagine Knights wants to pop out and try and grab something here.
There's some mistrust on the hill too. OMG getting involved in the fight. Gaxi has already managed to finally get that down. So 4 AM lose 1.
Sao High holding out. Liquid again playing relatively passive here. Still no kills. And the Knights did pop out to see what they can grab, but it looks like it was just a little bit too late. But Ghost trying to get some shots onto Genji Black, who has a long travel in front of them. And now Ghost has to decide what they want to do, because Genji Black is going to be even late themselves.
Yep.
Ghost even later. They will be coming into a play zone that's going to be very crowded.
Oh, they're driving directly into CGX. And, well, Rio, how much do you want of this? Pure Boy and Rio will have a really nice angle. And Sexy Pig, he's got no armor to protect him when he's on that bike. So the first knockdown, Yoonroot has the high ground, but he has to reposition the car to get the pickup. But Pure Boy's moving up. Nice. Here comes Esther. The support has arrived for Black, and they do it with such great style. This is why they're #1 right now. Maybe the safety grenades. They just want the kill. Sexy Pig is low. Where's the pickup? But Rio's been knocked as well. Pure Boy's been finished. And this is Black with all the extra numbers. Sexy Pig will finally be dropped, as Movement are getting involved in this.
Avangar coming in from the side. Genji Black now having a ton of fire coming their way. They got the upper hand in that engagement, but now let's see if that utility usage is going to be worthwhile. They're trying to get defensive smokes down, but Avangar's got a line. Ghost has arrived on their left flank as well.
Look
this
at
is
the
going to be hard for them.
It's just flying up from the crash site. Gaxi in a little bit of trouble. Looks like a bit of a trade-off between Gate as well as Welcome to South George. The Black is finally moving over, and they're focusing on dealing with the crash site. But while they're doing this, here comes Ghost. Balak from behind, able to knock down Yoonroot. And they need to get a little bit closer. Still undercover, Dramatic as well, but Profi, a fantastic push. They've got the angle, the last player, and there it is. Eliminated in 19th position. Genji Black goes down.
I wonder who's cheering for Genji Black going down. It might be the 4 AM fans, but as far as that's concerned, that was a nice push.
The wheel pop. No explosions. He connects in towards the tree, but this is mid-thrust, still with a good angle on him.
Aries stuck on this tree. Now, that was a really nice push from Ghost, and now Ghost has got a path in. Wow, there goes Larson.
It's the Genji Gold turn to come up as Gates are actually getting a couple more, even though if they do have Chilo knocked down, but WTSG.
Wow, eliminated by Team Gates. Team Gates having a bit of a resurgence here. They only have 1 down, but that's WTSG going down, a team we talked about through the early game, not having a good first round. Team Gates getting active here.
Gates
and that's
have actually
exactly what they needed. They just matched
They've increased their kills by 200%.
Great job, Gates.
They had 2 kills yesterday, and they've got 4 in the first round today.
You can see Ghost on the bottom, having cleared Genji Black from their path, getting the benefit of the circle as well. The Knights and Liquid cruising.
How much do you think there's going to be a bunker and circle right on top of Knights? 4 AM are actually in a good position because they've got the yellow house in the middle of the shooting range. Yeah, they can get shot at from everywhere else. The Chiefs will be looking for that target, but 4 AM can just bunker in, hold their ground. OMG will have to move off their position, and Ghost, they're already making the big, almost suicidal
this
run.
Is suicidal.
You
They're
said
all in the same car.
Right? This is like in the same car, and the roll. They lost it. The car is getting shot from the side. Ghost not like this. They're on the run in the open. Skoom is quite happy. There's tires to pop. Skoom is there. He can't get the tires anymore, so he'll go for the heads of Ghost, who already defensively smoke. And they will find cover, and they actually won't lose a player.
I think they wanted this divot. I'm not sure if they had to go any further, but that vehicle roll was just unlucky, and they haven't been punished yet. Scoom and the rest of Liquid did not get involved quickly enough. Samty is online, but you have to remember, Samty is leaving himself open on line of sight. They can't take this ridge to shoot because they'll get so much pressure from other areas on the map.
No, that's actually the only place he can really hide. The UAZ blocks his position nicely, and OMG doesn't have a shot because of the tree line that blocks between both OMG and Liquid's position. But Savage, they just decide to run straight through. Gold will do something about that. Honey Badge has been ripping Savage apart for a while, and now Savage, they're going down fast.
Really nice control by Genji Gold there.
All right, no!
Wow. And that's that, I guess.
Yeah, well, loot has been delivered to Ghost in a very nice fashion.
Look who it is.
30 points, but Knights, they have come out of their bunker, and they are looking to try and finish off Ghost, but because they're going to be very open to other attacks as Refund. That's who they're cheering for, as K3 will die. He was the thorn in the Knights' side before, so hey, maybe Knights can do some work here.
The Ghost is getting absolutely pressured by the Knights, who come out of their trap.
McCoy's knocked.
Oh, Balak tried to get a little bit greedy with the loot there.
This will be good. Into that destructible Shack Turtle. The damage is high. Profi is coming over.
Trading grenades right now.
He's taking shots in the back at the same time.
Ibiza's there. He's got a line, but he is by himself. I don't think he's able to do any damage. Oh!
Double teamed. AVG and Knights working
AVG,
together.
yeah,
Profi, they're both going to go down, and they split the kills 50-50 down the middle. As Knights actually move out to take the position that Ghost has been getting rep from. Keen has got the line of sight. That's confidence for loot.
Balak is the last man standing. He's going to have to go full defensive, but look at this. NA versus NA.
This is not where you want to be. Mortify, he just wants to bring down Wick. Wick has clutched so many times for Honey Badgers in the qualifiers. Haven't seen the same thing from him during this competition just yet.
This is a great game for Gates. They've been taking team fights on the edge, and right now Honey Badger Nation on the receiving end of the second one. Wick again prone, imagine that. But Wick has been the guy who's always left standing, but now he's got the zone on top of him and Team Gates there as well. It's going to be hard for him to survive.
Oh, Moon's just having the time of his life. Yeah, there's smoke, but he's got himself a mini with about 250 bullets. So he'll just keep pounding down there until he finds someone, and Texas is knocked.
That might be risky.
The pickup is coming, and maybe the smoke starts to dissipate. Kramer looks like he'll be able to complete it as here comes the bullets flying in now. Kramer will complete it, but then Texas knocked out. Kramer's down on the field. Texas actually killed as well, and he's trying to finish the job before anyone can pick him up. Balak is on the run over too, and now Keen's just he's spoiled for choice. This is duck hunt, and the dog's gone into the bushes.
Questionable choice from the Knights. That smoke was dissipating. He started the res anyway, and that cost them another player. Balak is still alive, but Keen with the watchful SLR has been shredding from there. 6 total kills for AVG. They've been doing very well.
Yep. And now Ghost final player, all they can do, Balak, is just sit in the death lane while everyone else just plays it out. Refund, they're going to drive almost straight over the top of Wason. Or do they? They're actually assaulting towards Mistrust position. Minaru around the corner. Wason's just using the bush, hiding his way out. He would have just caught a glimpse.
Circle went to Liquid once again on the shooting range almost entirely. The Knights, if they had decided to stay in the tunnel, they wouldn't have taken any casualties, but now it looks like Refund is kind of positioning on top of HQ.
I think the Knights knew they were going to get no kills if they stayed there, so they leave the 2 men behind who can just play from inside the bunker. Liquid are starting their own movement towards the Death Ghost position.
Good idea. They're going to use this natural cover to kind of maneuver. They've got only 1 vehicle to use if the circle does go into the open.
OMG's coming in behind them. Well, I say that as I see like cars exploding behind him. Gold. Simpson going to try and do this quick run, and he wants the same position. He's got support. There's 3 players coming in, and they've got the biggest bull in the game. It's the UAZ.
Oh, Balak can't do anything about this. He's just allowing them to arrive. He's proning defensively.
Yeah, they see
and that's not going to work.
That's Ghost. That's Ghost gone. Eliminated in 15th position. Genji Gold. When their sister team goes down, they now try and do the work, take a better position, keep moving these cars in for great cover. In fact, they're disabling them too. No blow-ups available, and Refund finding more. AHQ in trouble.
They're going to use this as permanent cover. They want to blow this vehicle up, and they're going to be stuck in this spot now. They're committed here, and Refund taking it at AHQ. Myth coming from behind as well.
Yeah, they know. They heard all these shots going on with Refund pushing forward. So they want to do something about claiming this top hill. It is the big high ground position. They want to Refund. Walk straight into the middle of them. Myth, they got the perfect crossfire. Pino wide. like a fine wine spilt on the ground to many, many tears. As CGW doing the same type of run. Myth will have another angle onto them. As OMG and Liquid, they are just battling it out. The smoke is holding it, but Myth Trust, they've gone again. They've gone through CGW. They are racking and stacking these kills.
Samty does get it down under Zhao Hai. The smoke's still coming. Liquid getting a lot of pressure from the Chinese. There's nothing they can really do right now other than try and throw smokes and be defensive. But Liquid's starting to get active, but I think they're in a bit of a tough spot, stuck on the side of this hill. They cannot go up any further.
They're still getting shot from up on the hill. It's
they're
AVG.
really close together too.
It's AVG with these long-range sights, just having never-ending ammo to shoot down in towards Liquid. And OMG, they have their players back up again, fully meted, looking for their ways forward, and the smokes will provide this coverage. Once again, smoke maneuvering, but everything comes around the shooting range.
The Chiefs have sneakily been at the back of the shooting range this whole time. Jeans has got down. It looks like Ibiza has the flank defense, but they're so clustered and stuck here that he can't really provide any cover to his team other than the nades coming in.
Myth Trust, they're back in it again. Gem's actually totally taken down, so Liquid lose their first player. Hilarious enough, not a single kill for Liquid so far. And now OMG through the run. This is perfect for Chalatar, and he can't finish the job. A crisp headshot comes flying back, but OMG, they cannot make it to their covering smoke.
Silence down, Zhao having to med. Liquid just trying to desperately defend their position here. Ibiza.
Myth Trust is helping him. Zhao just cannot stay up. It's the only reason why Liquid have not been overrun yet. But Ibiza, as he said, like he's sitting in behind him.
So now Liquid getting involved. They've got 2 kills. They've got a decent position having dealt with OMG. Genji Gold also nearby. I think they might want to try their hand next.
M4's doing work from the back, bringing down Colorist. It's OHM who's having more problems. They're on that eastern side of the shooting range. And yeah, Liquid in problems just appears to be the never-ending story as the grenade hits the perfect mark.
There's going to be a follow-up here. You can see Genji Gold already getting ready to start following up grenades. Simson holding that flank defense, but here comes Myth. Ibiza by himself, 1v3.
Oh, this just is like a wing formation. They fly through Ibiza, clipped out, but there is support. It's actually coming from the Knights inside the bunker. They'll claim the kill. And Myth Trust dropped down to 2 players as they run towards the shack where Ibiza is clinging onto life.
They're going to pop a grenade in there. They're going to pop a grenade in there and kill Ibiza. Voxic and Dre doing their best to try and get some kills, not necessarily, but it's at the benefit, but that is going to be Ibiza going down. Now Liquid suddenly in trouble.
Yep. Knights have one other problem. I actually thought Myth was down to 3 players, but they've still got the floater on the hill. So they still actually have Minoru, who's sitting up on that hill, giving the extra information. Nice day from 4 a.m. And M4, well...
he did this yesterday. He's always sneaking around, and look at that, Aluka trying to get something going. That looks right on top. Oh my gosh.
They've got the walls, they've got the tables, they've got the cover to work with, and I cannot believe how well Chiefs is holding this northern side. They're going to still be inside the circle, inside the defilade.
They don't have to
but
do
look at Mortify. He's coming around the back with the rest of Team Gates to cause a lot of problems for Chiefs if they're not careful.
Liquid still under fire from Genji Gold. They have this position, but they just have to hold on, allow these teams to fight each other.
Nice line. Real nice line for GodV. Sees right down the shooting range. Already got one of the knocks, looking to finish the job almost, but not close enough.
Not a great line of sight. I mean, he's
out.
Oh, that's a nice nade from the Chiefs.
Now looking for their own kills. They still need to finish him off and get those 30 points in the bag. But this is really problematic for Chiefs. As I said, that flank that was coming in, P for Potato is the one watching it.
Potato for Potato.
Yep. Just crawling around the back, but they were spotted. They were 100% spotted making this maneuver. So here comes Potato.
Here comes the circle.
He doesn't want to go up the hill, however, but maybe he can do a mid-thrust. They're actually coming up to Scoom and Samty, but the knockdowns, they're actually being helped by God right now, allowing Scoom to stand his grounder. Loki, he'll find Honboya. And keeping Knights exactly where they belong, down the trench. And now Team Gates, they're actually in trouble. Chiefs hold the line.
Gates being eliminated. It looks like Myth had their push fully stopped. Samty is being rezzed actually by Scoom.
The nade. Here flies in from Minoru. Is that nice?
A little long maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, he's good for the fast ball, not the precise ball.
Clutch res by Scoom.
He's giving the information because Svit is just sitting there in the middle of the smoke next to the UAZ. But the circle has come in and the shooting range must empty. Honey Badgers, 4 a.m., AHQ, OHM, Chiefs, they're all the ones who are in there. And they have to get out or get dead. And Honey Badgers, they got dead. As Liquid, they will be removed.
Unfortunately, the luck did run out for Liquid But now the Chiefs still 4 strong, starting to get active here. They've come to the edge of the shooting range, riding the circle in. 4AM still has a bit of security there, but OHM has one player just kind of prone out. But Genji Gold now spreading out, trying to take a lot of map control here, but they have a little bit of an advantage with the fact that they have the circle.
Hit the deck, use the bush as some level of cover, but the Defilade is the better one. As you see, Loki doesn't have that angle until Knights want to stop being worms. Gold have already claimed 8 kills. There's another, well, actually fair few. I was getting 12, but they now die quick and swift.
The Knights now coming out of the tunnel, having to rotate behind Myth. Looks like Minoru might be in trouble if Voxy can spot him, but there's just no maneuverability for the Knights. The circle closing again. The Knights have been super active, trying to get 4AM off them.
M4 could actually finish off but all of 4AM right now, but if he does so, Chiefs will know him. He's crawling in behind them, but Nithtrust is taking care of Knights, eliminated in that 6th position, and this opens up for 4AM to move forward, or really doesn't. The Chiefs have now arrived at the fight, but M4 fighting from inside the circle. He's still got the knock onto critical, even though he loses his life to P for Potato.
This is look at the map control from Genji Gold. They have all of the zone completely covered, and they're not going to allow anyone in. This looks like their game to lose.
There's Chief. Edge is able to do it. God V will fall, and that's 4AM being eliminated in that 4th position. Only 2 teams left as Myth will finally be dropped. But how does
Gold
Chiefs...
is going to clean up.
Yeah, how does Chiefs even get it out of this? One more knock will do it. Edge is on the run inside the blue, and it is Gold all the way. Genji Gold picking up for the sister team who got knocked out.